Who wins this fight and how?
This is the toughest fight I've had to pick on this show. All right. For years, I would pick Fury, hands down, right? And the tape still shows me he should win because we were talking about Lomachenko against Shakur, Devin, Tio, and Tank. They could take away that blind side angle. Usyk is Lomachenko. He just happens to weigh 200 plus pounds. It's the same fighter, basically.
Damn.
Basically.
Is he naturally left-handed? Do you know?
I don't know that, but I think so. But I don't even want to say I think so. I don't know. But he fights southpaw. That's what we know. He's southpaw, okay? But Fury has the same kind of athleticism that those guys do. He could cut off that angle. And Usyk, he knows what Usyk has to do. Usyk has to come forward. So he knows how to fight southpaws, double jab, put the straight right hand on him, pivot off with him, don't give him that angle. And Fury could mess around and make this look easy in a way. But I'm picking Usyk because the intangibles, it's not what I see on tape. It's the intangibles. He has a greater why.
The invisible intangibles. The invisible intangibles.
He's not going to get tired. He's going to be the same round 1 through round 12. I think he wants this a little bit more than Fury does. And you can't, that usually skills pay the bills, but sometimes that extra bit of desire can be the difference in a close fight too. So, man, even as I'm picking Usyk, I'm like, really? You're picking Usyk?
Yeah.
I give the slight edge to Usyk.
I got Tyson
by the way,
Fury.
the internet says that Usyk southpaw stance despite being a naturally right-handed fighter. To clear that.
That's why Shawn asked. He suspected it. It.
I did actually. I did.
Yes.
I'm picking Tyson Fury to win an ugly 12-round decision.
See, I like your pick better than mine.
Because Tyson's Alexander's gonna have to get close. He's never gonna get close. Then when he does, Tyson's gonna tie him up. He's a southpaw. There's the possibility of the check hook coming over the jab, but I don't see Tyson giving that up. Then you got the jab to the body and the straight left to the body. We know that Tyson will give that up, but that's just not enough. In order to win a decision, you gotta beat. I don't see it, man. Oleksandr, I do want to go on record for saying one of the best athletes in this sport, top to bottom, because there's some others out there, but I know for a fact, he treats this sport like the professional that I wish every fighter treated this sport. There's a level of professionalism that's supposed to come with boxing the same way it comes with the NFL, the NBA, hockey, MLS, the list goes on, and it's never there consistently. He, to me, is one of the most consistent professionals in boxing. And again, you can compare Tyson Fury, someone who will go off on the beach for a month and eat himself, drink himself to another weight class that's not even real, you know what I mean? And then eventually pull it together and do what he has to do to get ready for a fight. Oleksandr, professional at all times. I appreciate that about him, but I just find it very hard to see him beating a fighter bigger, just as athletic, just as smart, just as talented. It's just too much, I think. But I do believe that this is always going to be the cop out. This is definitely going to be a fight that everyone should tune in and watch because number one, it's unpredictable in a lot of ways. And then number two, there's no letdown. Unless I think that if it gets overly ugly, like if Tyson's just holding on too much and wearing him down too much, I think it can be overly ugly. But I expect Tyson Fury to win an ugly decision.
Well, and that's the thing, too. He has two ways he could go about this fight, and he could switch it up round to round. He could fight the first half, walking Usyk into shots. And then when he feels comfortable and needs a breather, leaning that big hairy body on him in the clinches and banging him to the body, in the side of the clinch. And because we know he can do that, and he can do that well. And Usyk doesn't like it to the body. So I could see Fury switching it up, being the longer man on the outside, taking away Usyk's favorite angle. And then in the second half of the fight, leaning on him, being the big man. But yeah, so all the technical reasons you mentioned are why I would like to pick Fury. I'm picking Usyk because I think that accumulative effect of turning it on, turning it off, it's going to catch up to him against a guy who's never turned it off. And I think Usyk wins this fight on conditioning more than anything.
Imagine that
his steadiness.